Tough day?
Huh? Oh, yeah, you could say that.
You really skipped lunch again? Want some?
No, thank you. How's things at home?
Finally divorced my husband. He's been screwing around with some whore for a few months now. It's been a struggle.
Do you feel like you're losing control? You okay? Is there any way I can help you?
Not really. Been better, been worse. You?
A little nervous. I've done cases like this before, I guess, but at the same time, this patient seems like a whole different type of project.
I've done this enough times to know how it goes. You know why people like him come here, right?
Huh?
Do you remember that patient I had last year?
No, but what about him?
He had a constant need to prove he was better than everyone else, and I couldn't help him.
Why not?
He didn't want it. You can't help someone who doesn't want your help. It's a waste of time. They don't think anything is wrong with them, so they don't work to get better. You have to make that decision for them.
And how would you do that?
Those guys, the ones they put here in Rogers Penitentiary, they're irretrievable. They come here to rot. You want my advice, kid? You dose him up with meds to make sure that he doesn't do no harm, and you leave him there. That's what's best for them. They can't be helped otherwise.
You know I don't believe that. I think I'm gonna give it a try, you know? Everyone deserves a chance to turn their life around. Most of the time, they're just people like us who just messed up.
That's your prerogative, but it's your funeral too.
I hope everything is in order.
By subject or alphabetically?
I'm not in the mood, Caleb. Does he know that he's being brought here?
As long as all your men tell him.
Did you write it out for him?
Of course. I wouldn't trust them to remember it if I put them at gunpoint.
And you didn't pin it? Did you send it digitally?
Don't insult me like that.
Did you code the message?
Yes, I encrypted it. I also used my VPN to protect us, should anyone figure out how to encrypt it. I call it VP Nguyen.
VPN English, please.
It's a virtual private network I created using my own programming language. I'd even go so far as to say it's the most complex program I've created as far as...
Great, I can't imagine he put up a struggle coming. He has never been the type to resist orders. So that makes me wonder, what's taking them so damn long?
I would think transferring a man from his home without warning can be hard to pull off. He has been coming here a lot recently with all your calls.
Speak of the devil. Well, are you going to stand there, take that gag off him? You know what you're here for, right? Now, would you be a good place to stop wasting my time and speak? Bright, tell me what you can do for me.
I don't believe what you offer is quite fair, Mayor Young. This man, this thing you have me supposedly treating is extremely dangerous. Wouldn't it be a much safer option just to sedate him, if you're intent on keeping him around?
Perhaps you have me confused with somebody else. Warden, I'm Jonathan Young. I was nothing, a nobody, until I made a name for myself. I did that, nobody else.
Why, of course I know your background, and I know the risk you've taken, at least to some extent, but...
But what, Warden Bright?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I don't want any mistakes made, especially not now. I want this patient watched very closely. I have assigned Dr. Sawyer to the patient. Make sure she works hard to diagnose and treat this patient. All prescribed substances must go through me first. Do not communicate or make physical contact with the inmates unless your job requires it of you. Make no mistakes. This patient is highly dangerous and unpredictable. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. His name is Nicholas Truman, the serial killer known as Saint Nick.
Hey, Sammy. Long time no see. How's your daughter doing? Still breathing?
Yes, fortunately for you. Move along.
Sit down.
Mr. Nicholas. My name is Dr. Bethany Sawyer. I'm a clinical psychologist for Wing A. Well, one of them. I'm here to ask you a few questions, if you wouldn't mind. That is, could I possibly get you anything to make this easier?
Yes, I would like something to make this easier. I want a couple rounds and a shotgun. I'm being sarcastic, of course. You know, I would like to start off with a little game of chess. I was always very fond of the game. It's always been very soothing for me. Do you mind taking these cuffs off? I would find it very hard to play chess with these on. Have you ever played? I always played them with my grandma before she died. I loved her a lot.
Is that really a good idea?
Yes. Please go get aboard. Thank you. And I can't say that I'm very good, but I'll try my best. I'm more used to the basic games like checkers and war. I'm a little boring like that.
How could I be bored by such a lovely face? I'm sure you get all sorts of men knocking at your door for it. And maybe a few women, too. The face is the mirror of the mind, and eyes, without speaking, confess the secrets of the heart. And I like what I see.
I have aboard, Dr. Sawyer.
Yes, put it down. I'll set it up. Oh, and what is that? What do you see, Nicholas?
I see a powerful woman. A powerful woman who needs to let go. Just let go, let loose. Even now, you're so uptight. You seem very reserved. Don't you think it would be a lot more useful if we got to know each other first? That way it's not just two strangers talking about a single person.
Uptight? How so?
You seem tense. Even now, you're not talking to me, you're talking to my symptoms. Why don't we start off knowing each other, and then we can talk about our symptoms?
All right. Well, what would you like to know?
Well, how about we start with the basics? Favorite color? Favorite food? Favorite book? Favorite weapon?
Well, those are easy. Blue is by far my favorite color. What isn't to like? Food is a little more difficult. I don't have a particular favorite food, mostly because I simply adhere to what is good for me. As for a book, that's a given. Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I live for his sassy jest at society's shallow nature, and live for the deeper aspects of life. I'm quite frankly a bore, and I guess you could say my favorite weapon is words. Words can start and stop wars, but war can do neither to words. Well, it's only fair you answer the same questions.
Very well. My favorite color is purple. It's such a powerful color. It represents royalty and mystery. My favorite food, it would absolutely have to be Hawaiian pizza with a side of honey mustard and fries. Favorite book would be Doomakey by Stephen King. And as for my favorite weapon, it is love.
I beg your pardon? What would make you say that?
No need to be so angry. Which part? I said a few things just now, and I've said many things today. What caught your attention? Because I know what's caught mine.
Why would you think that I'm angry?
Oh, your anger is much like my grandma's. She just was quick to let it out on me. That's okay. She learned to control her temper. As for you, well, I can read you like a book. You put on that mask of yours. Your mask is the same as mine was. You walk through life with this smile on your face, but I know it's not real, and you do too. and so no one sees the pain. What would you do if they did? Why, it would just be awful. I can tell that you hoped for something special today, but you haven't gotten squat. Why is that?
It's just my birthday. It's the first since my mother's passing. With my father never really in the picture, and it's okay. I'm okay.
Happy birthday! Oh, Betty, it's your birthday. Why are you here? Why aren't you celebrating your birthday with your friends? Did this little corner of hell make you work on your birthday? That's just sick.
Yes. Happy birthday to me. Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, I could have probably booked a holiday, but what would be the point? I'm just as happy here as I would be outside, right? I mean, I'm here with you. I'm here to help you.
A teacher learns as much from their student as a student learns from them. We all need help, and I doubt you're happy here. In fact, I'm sure you're not. This place is a living hell. I've seen it on everyone's faces. The guards, the doctors, the warden. Poor Sammy. You can't hide everything behind a mask, especially not from me. And if you want to help me, I would like a few things. A Torah, most importantly. But I would also like some Stephen King books, too. The Torah is for practice, and the Stephen King books are just for fun. Who doesn't like to have fun?
A book? Well, it hardly seems dangerous. Books, I can understand. They provide friendship and company when one feels as though they have none. For sure, I can see what I can do. But a Torah? What would that be for?
I am not a religious man, not by any means. But I would like to be. I feel like now is as good a time as any to look into faith. Even if I don't find what I'm looking for, it would be helpful to understanding others. That is how we love, isn't it? By understanding each other. You know what I'm talking about. Don't we all want to be understood?
Perhaps more so to understand, because we know that no one will ever understand ourselves. I will try. I will. I can get it. I'm sure I can.
Checkmate. Good game. And happy birthday.
We have to take him back to his cell now, Dr. Sawyer.
It appears our time here is up. This was fun. Thank you, Betty.
How did it go? Did you take my advice?
I'm not really sure. I think I'm making a breakthrough. I've already got him to talk to me. Actually talk. I think he wants to be helped.
I'm jealous. I really am.
Oh?
I wish I could be that naive too.
Thanks. I'll get you these papers now. See you tomorrow.
Well, Warden Bright, I hear you have been making good progress with our special patient. I take it you have the screening footage with you?
Well, Dr. Nguyen, you see, the penitentiary is old and underfunded. Not through any fault of your own. It's just that the equipment we have is faulty and tends to break easily,
So
and...
you don't have it?
No, Dr. Nguyen, I do not.
Well, that wasn't so hard to say, now was it? Don't worry, it's not your fault. But somebody will have to pay for it. So, Warden Bright, who will it be?
What?
Somebody has to pay for this mistake. Think about your daughter. Who did it? I want a name.
Why, it was nobody's fault. The camera just wasn't working.
Name.
But Dr. Nguyen...
Name!
Bethany Sawyer!
Now, was that so hard? Thank you, Mr. Bright. That will be all.
Happy reading. I hope they helped you sleep. I always find myself awfully dreamy after driving through so many words.
Oh, I love the books. I found them fascinating. But I couldn't sleep. I was too busy thinking. My thoughts were on one thing and one thing only. Want to take a guess who it was? Oh, it feels so nice to be unchained. They hurt my wrists so much. How did you sleep? How was your birthday party?
Nick, you flatter me. Oh, that looks awful bad.
Oh, I'll be fine. Just tell me how your party was.
Party? Whatever made you think I had a party? Who would I invite to that?
Why, your friends, of course. Your family, if I may be so bold as to assume.
I don't have many of them, if any, really. I can't really say that I have any people who are truly friends at all.
Well, you've got one now.
Right. Well, friend, I was thinking that we could maybe talk about Dumaki since you replenished your brain last night.
Well, every single page is like a lover touching my cheek. Sometimes it's a caress, and sometimes it's a slap. But every page, every word has a profound impact upon me. I'm in the middle of the book again, and I'm terrified to finish it, but I can't stop turning the pages. It relates so closely to my life. It's funny, it's bone-chilling, and it hurts sometimes. How's that for a psychoanalysis? Oh, should I do a picture thing again? I've already done the standard test. 1 is a butterfly, 2 is a butterfly, 3 also a butterfly, and 4 is my mother killing my father with a snapped pool stick. I'm kidding, of course. Number 2 is a crow.
Huh, who would have thought? You're wrong, by the way. Number 2 is definitely a crab. You're trying to mislead me, to push me away, but I don't give in that easily, Nick. I know you chose that book for a reason.
Oh? And do tell, why did I choose that book? Was it perhaps the author and his dark writings? Could it be that we wrote those awful comic books, and that I would make a great story character? Oh, what would it be like if our life were a book? It would make one hell of a story. Go ahead, Doctor. Tell me what the book means. Tell me what you think.
I think you identify with the story. You're a powerful mind, rejected by society. It took something. Something happened to you, and it took this to turn you into the man I see before me. What is it, Nick? What made you the man you are today?
Perhaps I was a writer, but wasn't very good. Perhaps it took me years to see what really was funny, and it got me sent here. Perhaps I had a brother, one who was carved up by the mafia for not paying his rent. Perhaps I lost my wife in a freak fire. Ooh, that sounds like a good backstory, don't you like it? Wait, I have a better one. Maybe I'm the president's twin brother. Well, he's just as crazy as I am, running around in a suit all day, calling himself an important man, that he's in control. Let me tell you something. Control is just an illusion people have stored up in their minds. People only believe in order when it saves their neck. Control is a lie. How long ago was the last shooting? You see, now that's insane. You all tell yourselves that people would never do anything bad, and the ones that do are just crazy. I am not crazy, Betty. I am not crazy. The world is. That's real. That's the truth.
Chaos, life, pain, they are the triad of the natural world. They are all inextricably linked. You could put everything in the world down to them 3 topics, if you so tried. But what would you get out of that? What is there to gain?
What's to gain? It's not about gaining anything. It's about stopping the constant lies. Lies that humans are actually capable of a concept such as selflessness, control, morals. I don't give a damn what you call it. Madness is just another word for fair. My turn for a question. What do you gain out of order?
I suppose that most people get a home, family, friends, love and devotion, safety, security. Well, you get the point. You get to wake up knowing that you'll see the people you love, and go to bed knowing they're well and rest easy.
Yeah? And how did that work for everyone else? Everyone your little security system refuses to hear. Ones who will never get a chance to be heard because they're too poor or too crippled to give the time of day to. People are still paying other people just so they can get a say, and those are the lucky ones. Listen, I know you want things to be fair just as much as I do. Just get me a shotgun and I can fix things.
What? You wanna... what?
I need a shotgun and a couple of magazines. I'm going to get out of this little hellhole and start making sure that things are the way they should be. I know that you'll help me. Love conquers all, Betty. Love is fair because all is fair in love and war.
It ain't. No, that doesn't make sense. I can't do that. Nicholas, you can't possibly expect me to. No way.
I thought you loved me. I guess I should have known. You and your people doing good in the world. Ye old saints curing people of their old ways. The only thing you've cured me of is my ignorance. Loved you. You broke my heart.
Grab him! Get him out of here!
So, Roger's putting you in another wing? Was it because you couldn't keep that killer under control?
I was doing so well. I don't know why he did what he did. I thought I was getting through to him.
You need to grow up, Bethany. The world doesn't care if you did the right thing. The world cares that you did the thing right. Honestly, Beth, nobody really gives a crap.
Someone does.
I just don't understand. Why wouldn't you want to get out of here?
I'm in here because of the mistakes I've made. That's nobody's fault but mine. The best thing I can do for myself, my family, and God is to serve out my sentence and stay out of trouble.
I've read the book, actually. I agree with certain parts of it, believe it or not. Do you know Proverbs 24:3? You don't even know what you believe. You and your religion. It's all a facade. It will be your downfall. Trust me. Seriously, what would you do if I were to happen to burn this Torah?
Don't you dare! Put it down, Truman.
Or else?
Guard! Guard!
What did I just do?
What brings you here? Come to further analyze me, Doctor? Well, I don't want to talk.
If all is fair and love and war, let's do both.